Hello everybody, it's WJ here, and welcome back to Heimstadt. Or should I say Aerdenholt? Well, not really, as Aerdenholt itself still needs to be built, but the abbey is here, and today we're gonna finish it. We start off with something very important, a little chapel outside the main building with a small cemetery next to it. You'll maybe notice that the footage is sped up a bit more than usual. I did so to keep the episode under 30 minutes. Another thing you might have noticed is the circle with the cross next to the coat of arms of Heimstadt. It is, surprisingly, the coat of arms of Aerdenholt. Before the monastery was built, the coat of arms was a simple orange circle with a white border. But around 1850 they added the blue cross in honor of the monastery. I wanted to only have the small path here, so I thought, let's remove the roads with surface painter. But that looked really bad. So I just covered everything with ploppable grass. The trick with placing these ploppable surfaces with Procedural Objects mod is to first get them to the correct height. Copy them, delete them and paste again. And place them where you want while holding the H button. And now we continue on connecting the chapel to the main building with a small path. I love how easy it is to place decals with the Procedural Objects mod. It's just as simple as using Move It, but it's better for the prop count. This way you can pretty much cover the whole map with decals. But you will probably hit 0 FPS before you're even halfway. Usually I put some links in the description of the video to the workshop pages of the important buildings that I'm using. But not anymore, because I have put everything into a collection. Well, 3 collections to be precise. One for all the mods, one for the buildings, and one for all other stuff such as prop, roads, trees, vehicles, etc. But beware, do not download all of them at once, because you will need quite some RAM to use all of these assets. I advise you to look through the collection and only subscribe to what you like. And keep in mind the amount of RAM you have. Now I surround the cemetery with these beautiful hedges by Pidelmo. A little tip, you can also convert these into procedural objects and adjust some nodes to make them shorter, but they will still look good, which can be useful if you want to fill out smaller areas. Here I'm adding some headstones to the graves, because I think it looks much better. On the other side of the path I wanted a different looking hedge, so I just used some bushes and the prop line tool. Here in the middle I placed this tomb. Well, not this one, but this one. I imagine it's a nice and quiet place for the monks to say their prayers. Oh, sorry. I imagine it's a nice and quiet place for the monks to say their prayers in seclusion. And then I fill the rest of the area with a lot of bushes. Now over to the entrance of the abbey. I thought it would look cool if the front of the main building would be covered in ivy. So that's pretty much what I'm doing here. This is the first sign of agricultural development. I placed some greenhouses with some lettuce inside, which is completely stupid because growing lettuce doesn't require a greenhouse. Just put it in the ground and it will grow. But it looks nice. Even though the texture on the lettuce is quite bad and way too bright. But there aren't really good assets like these on the workshop. Sad cowboy. Now finally some farm fields. The monks grow different crops for personal use. But the largest area is reserved for, of course, barley and hop. Because it's just a small island, they cannot produce enough to brew their beers, so most of these are imported. I used the border parts of the poppy fields to create some flower hedges that will be placed here and there later on. But first let's put down some farm sheds, because they need some places to store their tools. Farm fields are placed on the grass, which looks terrible. So I place a ton of dirt decals.
let me down, I guess I thought you might. Just a kid, I had those unsuspecting eyes. Now looking now, I bet you're wondering why. The more I think, the more it eats me up inside. The more I think it kinda hurts to hide what I wanna say. I really wanna say.
The monks, of course, also like a nice apple from time to time. So let's place some apple trees.
All my friends tell me they see you stepping out, making a fool of me and running round. You kiss my face and say I ought to settle down. Tell me they don't know what they're talking about. The more I hear, the more I wanna scream and shout. The more I hear, I think I finally found what I wanna say. I really wanna say.
The old pedestrian bridge is not suitable for the heavy trucks that have to visit the brewery. So halfway the 20th century, a new bridge was built. The layout of the island is pretty much done now, so I covered the edges with bushes, trees and grasses to give the island a nice feeling of seclusion. look away, let go aside. I don't think you recognize. Can I even do something right? And every time I do something nice, you just walk away with no reply. I want to break through your walls. I want to give you everything, but you don't seem to care at all. You can have me, but you just wreck me. Do you want to kill me? Then just kill me. Go on. Feeling fucked up, sitting on a shotgun. Getting you to notice that I'm the one. For you to lean on, counting me to be strong. Misunderstanding me is everything that you've done. Feeling fucked up, sitting on a shotgun. When I tell you you look good, you think I make it fun. But I wouldn't dare to. You can make me swear to. But whatever I try, you just shut your mouth and run. Every time I do something nice, you just look away, let go of sun. You can have me, but you just wreck me. Do you want to kill me? Then just kill me. Shut your mouth.
Your touch, turn away from us. Go away, I don't wanna talk today. Go away, no need to hear me say. How did you ever come to life? If your heart was frozen, nothing to gain, cold as ice. 'Cause your heart is frozen. Your heart is frozen. Your heart is frozen. We gave it all we got. Someone destroyed our love.
And here we have the logo of the brewery. It's such an easy way to really personalize your builds. Just make a nice looking logo, turn the brightness down by 60% and load it into the game with procedural objects.
How did you ever come to life? If your heart was frozen, nothing to gain, cold as ice. 'Cause your heart is frozen. How did you ever come to life? If your heart was frozen, nothing to gain, cold as ice. 'Cause your heart is frozen.
Now all we need to do is detail the brewery with loads of beer crates and pallets.
Need you here by my side. It feels like I'm drowning can't be living this life for all my life. I need you here by my side. It feels like I'm drowning, can't stop thinking about you. I can't be living this life for all my life. I need you here by my side. It feels like I'm drowning, 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 can't stop thinking about you. I can't be living this life for all my life. I need you here by my side. It feels like I'm drowning, can't stop thinking about you. I can't be living this life for all my life. I need you here by my side. It feels like I'm drowning, 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 drowning. Feels like I'm drowning, 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 drowning. Feels like I'm drowning, 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 drowning. Can't stop, can't stop, can't stop, can't stop, can't stop. Feels like I'm drowning, drowning.
And with the placement of the logo on the side of the brewery, I conclude this episode. I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions or questions, do leave them in the comment section or join the Discord. I would like to thank you for watching, and if you like this video, give it a nice thumbs up. Hope to see you next time.
You breathe me in, you breathe me out.
So halfway the 20th century, a new building was bridged. Damn. Butchering of the English language. I'm gonna take a sip. I'm sorry. I have a nice cup of hot coffee here, so that's good, I hope. Yes. But first let's put down... I trip over my own tongue. It's really bleh. Just make a nice... Come on, stop it. They're banging outside. I'm sorry if you hear it. Let's start over again. You done now? Thank you. No, I said quit it. Sorry guys, I'm trying to record my commentary, but outside there's somebody, I don't know, banging on shit. Bitches.